PC Gaming Show se espera todo y nada a la vez. Más nada que otra cosa. Por favor.
Sí, pero espero que no sea tan atroz como ese en el que casi Rafa muere.
Get ready because the 2022 PC Gaming Show kicks off in just a few moments and we got dozens of new games, trailers,
Y mira,
exclusive interviews.
no voy a decir que no lo intentan, porque sí lo intentan.
O sea,
realmente.
este show existe, o sea, es como las cucarachas. No importa si haya o no haya controversia que haya por ahí en la industria, sabes que va a haber PC Game Show.
Así es.
Lo intentan, o sea, lo intentan fuerte.
Lo intentan, ¿no? Sí,
Y aparte ha habido anuncios interesantes, porque, o sea, el Persona 4 Golden para PC lo anunciaron aquí.
Sí.
Ajá, entonces o sea, no es que no haya cosas. Nada más
Ese
que
anuncio
luego-
desembocó en lo que vimos ahorita en lo de Xbox, que ya están los personas en Xbox, pero todo empezó en el PC Game Show.
Así es, entonces, o sea, sí tiene su lugar, pero híjole, o sea, la calidad no es variable, es lo que le sigue.
Bueno, pues ya estamos empezando. Supongo que ya empezamos en YouTube. Yo creo que empezamos antes en YouTube, banda. Pero sean bienvenidos, también bienvenidos a la repetición en YouTube. Vamos a ver qué tal está este año.
Sí.
Hey everyone, welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2022.
2 horas, banda, por cierto.
I'm Day 9 still, one of your hosts, joined again by the amazing Mika Burton. Hi. While we may look like elaborate Unreal Engine renders, we are here in the flesh, as is the hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
De hecho, podría haber algo de Microsoft también aquí.
Sí,
Porque podría haber algún tipo de presencia de PC Game Pass.
Sí, podrían repetir lo de Persona.
Ajá.
Perdón, si comemos en medio, banda, ya como lo dijimos, es la hora de la comida aquí. Y vamos a estar entrando y saliendo porque comida.
Sí.
Pero este show se presta también para esto, más chill, más chill.
There was a robot who tried to destroy the human race, electrocuted me. I think I died.
Definitely died.
Either way, I'm not really sure. It was standard robot apocalyptic stuff, just minus the overbearing anime dad and existential crises.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened to DevBot anyway? Wasn't he supposed to come back for this show?
We don't care about Deadbot. No, no.
No.
Please don't bring back Deathbot. He's dead? Ah, good.
He's dead, nice. Es el mejor anuncio del
Good,
show.
good. Ok, sí, ya. Puedo respirar por lo menos un aire de tranquilidad.
All right, so you're telling me there's actually a multiverse?
According to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
All right.
We're now apparently on Earth 3, which
Ooh.
is not to be confused with E3, because this show is still happening.
Oh, and we are so
Oh, Dios. Okay.
Okay.
I like that one.
Okay, I like that one. That's a sick burn, bro.
O sea, PC Game Show es como las cucarachas, ahí van a estar.
Okay.
Ok.
Modus Games presenta. Supongo que hay que subir hasta un poquito bajo.
O del que
poquito bajo,
02. Ahorita traducimos lo que dijo. Porque sí estuvo bueno el madrazo al E3.
Solsticio de las almas.
El solsticio de las almas.
Así es, así dijo ella.
The Souls is of Souls.
Este es de Prime Matter, creo.
Oh, se ve muy dramático el pedo, ¿eh? Eurojunk.
Sí, este.
Ah, sí. PC Game Show es característico, pero Eurojunk también.
Va a haber mucho Eurojunk, sí.
Bueno, querían Bloodborne en PC, ¿no?
No lo tienen, pero tienen esto.
No, todavía falta el que parece de 64.
As long as we are together, we're not going down.
Y me dicen Horalu.
Another monster.
Al final,
They shall have one.
la chica se va a convertir en un dude acá bien musculoso tipo Hulk Hogan. Y el fantasma se va a volver un gato.
Así es.
Y es una precuela del Ring.
Solstice.
Sí, ya hemos visto este.
Sí, ya.
Sí, ya lo habíamos visto. O sea, ahorita lo que estaban diciendo al principio fue que, según esto, los escritores de esto me acaban de decir que hay un multiverso y estamos en la Tierra 3, Tierra Earth en inglés. Entonces, no lo confundan con el
No,
E3.
Earth
porque
3, ¿cuál Tierra
Earth
Earth?
3, Earth, por eso,
Earth
Earth 3. No lo confunda con el E3 porque este programa todavía está ocurriendo. Sí.
Eso fue lo que dijo.
Clay.
Ay, ok.
Ok.
Gordos juegan.
Gordos juegan.
Ah, sí, pasa mucho también eso en PC Gaming Show. Gordos juegan.
Sprite World de Clay siempre es muy bueno. Rotwood Early Access 2020. ¿Qué?
Qué perro.
What? Dije 2024. Lo único que sé que va a salir en el 2024 es Final Fantasy 7 parte 2.
Y eso
si bien nos va. Ajá, si bien nos va.
Freeze, motherfucker.
Los tiró por la ventana.
XCOMI.
Sí, es como un poquito XCOM.
Me recuerda mucho al,
Hay muchas
al nuevo, al de
ventanas,
Aliens.
Se ve que querían como tirar por la ventana a la gente.
Sí.
Es como Breachers. ¿Breachers se llama? No sé, donde tienes que hacer como el bueno si no te matan. Tienes que hacer como una táctica bien hecha, si no, you die.
Pues se ve que tienes poquita vida. Creo que lo más raro es que son como magos.
Son como magos, sí. Magos con pistolas.
¿Did we start World
Ya.
War V?
Bueno, si la tecnología avanza mucho, no hay diferencia entre
Tactical
tecnología y
Breach
magia.
Wizards, así se llama.
Wizards, ok, sí, ok.
Ok, granted, se ve padre, se ve divertido.
Wizards.cool.
Wizards.cool.
You just saw Tactical Breach Wizards, a turn-based game of sorcery and SWAT team strategy from the makers of Gunpoint and Heat Signature. My strategy, personally, is very simple. Breach, bang, clear, magic missile, dramatic flourish, abra, cadaver. Get it? Cadaver, dead body.
Go on.
Next we have
Go on,
solution.
please. O sea, sigan tirándole al E3. You were doing fine.
Just do both at the same time, obviously. Star Wars Industries has you covered with their sci-fi thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look. at
Van
the
a ser
first ever game
del Invencible. Ese juego se ve Space Back Baby. Ese ya lo habían anunciado hace mucho, lo anunciaron hace como 2
de hecho, el
años.
Space no está back en la indie. El Space siempre ha estado como que en los indies.
Sí. No, aparte ya lo anunciaron hace mucho tiempo. De hecho, yo lo retuiteé y todo. La música está padre.
Where are you taking me?
Y está basado en una novela de Stanislaw Lem, que se llama igual, El Invencible.
You've set up a field camp down there. Yes, ma'am. So I didn't expect you to have a second one here.
Really? Sit here and don't dare move.
Como es una novela
You're not gonna like
de Europa del Este, pues sí, you die.
No hay esperanza al final.
No, there is no hope.
There is no hope.
Solo Rusia del Este.
Sí, la vida es una mierda y al final nos morimos todos.
El Invencible.
El Invencible.
Este es uno de esos juegos de Lermontov, ¿eh?
Sí.
The radiation level is growing rapidly. It's starting to get interesting.
Killer Tech dice, no hope, only borscht.
Only borscht. Only borscht and potato.
Only Borscht and Bestroganov.
The broken elevator.
Here, have some tasty meal before you die.
The broken elevator is a metaphor for humanity. We are broken in the inside like this broken elevator.
Y esa es la novela.
The Broken
I located the
Elevator.
metal antimatter cannon.
Dicen que se ve chido el juego. La verdad es que sí se ve así como retro future, pero está muy acorde con lo de la novela. Se ve vergas.
Wait,
Nada más que
someone's here.
no tienen acento ruso, tienen acento como inglés.
Astrogator, they're dead.
So you found someone.
Yes, they're there.
Such unpleasant discoveries are indispensable to the mission.
Otro No Man's Sky, no, todo es en Marte.
Thoughts get to me. I was counting on this meeting very much.
Es una experiencia narrativa más pesada.
It
Sí,
could have
está
been
basado en un
another
libro,
abandoned
literalmente.
place, but not this.
But what exactly?
That's a good question. I'm getting into the recorder.
Imagínate que los aparatos fueran tan sencillos.
Estaría vergas.
Pero chingoncísimo, no
What
mames.
do we have
Lo que
here?
no me gustaría sería esas tarjetas perforadas y cosas así.
Uh-huh.
No sé.
They made their way through with a beam of antimatter.
Because that is what?
How subtle.
No, sí. Oh, no, le cayó agua, ya no tenemos programa.
Granted, si le cae agua a la compu también vale verga, ¿no?
Sí, pero no al mouse.
Here's the hole several meters in diameter and several dozen meters long.
Yasna, do you hear me?
89% para el
My
maratón,
head
banda.
feels like
Nice.
it's bursting from pressure.
Igual y llegamos ahorita.
Igual. Si no, mañana con Capcom.
You continue.
Con Capcom,
Yes.
sí.
I'm better now.
Pues ahorita que veces Capcom ya no me acuerdo.
5.
También
Actually,
al-
Cinco
sí,
de
there's
la
nothing
tarde,
here
ok.
that I haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp. The lower
Kaiserback,
parts of the
dije, ¿qué
bushes
maratón?
are
Ah, el de Super Mario,
how to put
Super
it,
Mario World.
fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
No he leído The Difference Engine, Satu.
This robot
Del
looks
M he
like
leído
it
nada
started
más.
to
No sé si sea del
start
MC,
and
pero
got
del M solo he leído Solaris,
Task.
El
This is one of the
Invencible
robots carrying containers
y
with research material. It took
Vacío
the
Perfecto.
container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles using the same path. The robot's gone,
You must have broken his loop.
but I didn't.
Well, he must have done something. Never mind. Follow it.
Dice Satu, pero Difference Engine es de Will Smith. Por eso dije, o sea, no sé si es del M. De Gibson solo he leído Neuromancer.
Come on, Yasna.
Eh,
Hi.
Johnny Mnemonic, creo que también es de Gibson. Y todas las fiestas de mañana de Gibson también he leído. Pero no he leído The Difference Engine.
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
It fucked up the road.
He's gonna fuck me.
Sí, sí.
Take
Oh,
it
Dios.
easy,
Invisible.
Novik.
Steam, Epic, GOG, PlayStation y
It's time to
Xbox.
take a pit stop at the nearest dungeon to prove that chivalry isn't dead. And if you think I emphasize
Ah, sí, ya
those
llegó
words
Chivalry a
you're
Steam,
right.
banda.
And it'll all make sense momentarily
Chivalry
when you
2
see
está en
these
Steam ya,
next
40% de
four
descuento.
things. Especially
Nice.
when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive. Roll
Ese
that
de
beautiful
The
footage.
Invincible se ve padre.
You?
¿Estás sintiendo el despair?
You don't have what it takes. You'll be back here
Ah, este es
too
el de Endless, ¿no?
scared to try
Ajá,
again.
el de
'Cause the
Endless.
dungeon will
Endless
turn you
Dungeon.
into lunch meat, unless you're way tougher than you look. We got the gun.
Chistoso, la última vez que vi esto fue en el otro PC Game Show.
But what you really need is guts and skills. Grab your posse and say your prayers. Be the first to play. To die.
Victor dice más in Space Games. Space is back, baby.
Sí, lo habían anunciado desde hace mucho tiempo, de hecho.
Sí, te digo, se lo anunciaron por lo menos hace un año. Por lo menos.
Do you have what it takes?
The Dark, Terran Ghost. Después de este evento, nada ya. Mañana hay el de Capcom.
Desde mañana podría estar muy malo.
Ah, el F1 Manager. Bueno, podría no ser el manager. Ya no sé si es el manager.
¡Corran, esclavos, corran! Háganme dinero.
Ah, voy a ser un psicótico que tiene una escudería de Fórmula 1. Voy a llevar al límite mi equipo hasta el borde del estrés y la quiebra.
Me encanta.
Winning championships depends on your ability to make the right calls on and off the track. During races, you'll mastermind strategy, plan tire stints for each driver, and make changes on the fly when necessary. Issue driver callouts, such as instructing them to attack or defend, manage their tire wear and battery usage, or even to avoid battling a teammate. All while reacting to dynamic events like race incidents and fluctuating weather and track conditions. Between race weekends, you'll control every detail of your team from your state-of-the-art headquarters. Hire best-in-class staff to work across your aerodynamics and engineering teams and put them to the task to develop your car
Muchos
and
menús.
prepare for upcoming races. Optimize your finances to keep the board happy, improve and maintain your facilities, and scout talent from F2 and F3 to try and ensure future success. They say knowledge is power, and keeping a close eye on a
El único juego donde puedes simular ser Toto Wolff y con cara de psycho y todo.
Details of how car parts affect overall performance, to a track's expected grip level, to the condition of your wind tunnel. How you analyze the data and choose to spend your resources will make or break your progress.
Entonces, ¿le puedo gritonear al Checo? Checo, da un cuadrangular.
Anótame muchos goles, Checo.
Sí, claro. Claro que sí, jefe.
2022 striking new car design with real trackside and onboard camera angles. The sleek management menus and intuitive controls will drive the immersive F1 fantasy home as you plan and execute the perfect strategy in F1 Manager 2022.
Básicamente es yo le dije que lo hiciera el juego.
Yo le dije que lo hiciera. Fabulosa estrategia, señor. Manager 22.
Hey everyone, after 1 year of Chivalry 2, we've more than doubled the size of the game, and now we're excited to bring even more knights onto the battlefield. Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms. This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an all-new desert theater of war, and best of all, brings us horses into Chivalry 2 in mounted combat. We want to thank our community for making the game the success that it's been so far, and if you haven't played it yet, now is the best time to check out Chivalry 2. Take a look at our new trailer that shows off the new update and its Nosian invasion.
Ah, Tripuaya.
This rebellion is at an end. The Agathians flee to their stronghold in the north. This land is mine. Now Denosia rises from the south. Kill them all! Throw the dogs back into the desert.
¿Qué tan cabrón trae a la gente jugando?
No sé.
De estar puercos, ¿no?
Sí.
Oh, get wrecked. Dice Victorio que hay que volver a Chivalry, ¿no, gordos?
Deberíamos, sí.
Deberíamos. Aunque ahorita, la neta, tengo ganas de seguir jugando B-Rising. Me la pasé muy bien ese día.
Sí.
De Kenji, la transmisión va bien. Hasta ahorita va bien.
Bastante normal.
Una que otra interrupción desafortunada de los hosts, pero bueno. Es que ahorita se los estoy perdonando porque la puntada del E3 fue muy buena.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil from Sweet Bandits, live from Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the PC gaming show. We'll be showing the first trailer for
Pero bueno,
our
cabe
game,
aclarar que
PC8.
2
It's a
horas llevamos
multiplayer competitive spy
20
game
minutos.
where you get to use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please follow us on social media at Play Deceiving to learn more. We'll be releasing the game in early 2023 on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and PS5. Thank you so much, and let's enjoy the trailer.
Lo que me gusta del PC Game Show es que dicen todas las plataformas. Sí, está en PC porque pues, PC, bro, pero pues, también va a ser en consola.
Sí. No hay motivos ulteriores.
Sí, no.
93%, banda. Estoy 100% seguro que no voy a jugar ese juego que está ahorita en pantalla. Pregunta Mauricio Barcena si V-Racing es solo para PC. Por el momento
De
sí.
momento sí. No es ni compatible con control. Si le conectas un control, no sabe qué chingados es eso.
Dice, ¡ah, qué bonito! ¿Qué es eso?
Es un control. Ah, ¿y qué? Es un control. Es algo que uso para jugarte. No. No. Yo teclado y
Estás
mouse.
equivocado.
No.
Estás
muy
pensando en
equivocado.
otra persona.
Así es.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Un Among Us o qué chingados es esto, güey?
I don't know, man.
No sé, no estoy prestando atención porque como dije, no lo voy a jugar.
All done. Really?
Oh, qué Drake.
Mission complete.
Decir. Ambush.
Así le dicen los italianos.
Extract.
Ambush.
Ambush. Deceiving. Ah, creo que sí, ya lo habíamos visto. Early, okay.
I mean, sure.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever have a recurring dream that you really wish would come true? I mean, mine personally involves a flight of unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasus, but you know,
Bloodborne en PC, dime más.
Somehow I doubt it. This year, we've partnered with the PC builders at iBuyPower to bring a very different dream to life. My dream PC room. Unfortunately, there's bad news for me. I don't get to keep it. But very good news for one of you. We're going to be giving the entire contents of this room away to a lucky winner watching the show. So let's dive in and see what's up for grabs.
Vas, Adrián, gánatelo.
The beating heart of any PC gaming dream room is, of
course,
the
valga la
pena.
there. As you can see, the mad geniuses at iBuyPower have built an absolute doozy. The first thing you'll notice is that Height Y60 case with its wraparound tempered glass panels. This thing is built from the ground up to display the sickest PC tech you can squeeze into a desktop machine. And let's face it, if you've managed to bag a serious graphics card in these dry times, you owe it to the silicon gods to show it off properly. Okay, the case and lighting looks dope, but for this to be a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art drip. Luckily, the substance matches the style. So let's check out the guts of our dream PC, and trust me, there's plenty of power crammed in. The big question, though, is what pixel pusher iBuyPower has used, and you won't be disappointed with an overclocked RTX 3090 from Gigabyte, right? This 24GB monster of a GPU packs the cooling to stay chill and the power to smash through
Así
any
como me lo puedo ganar.
The graphics card is the rig's MVP, but any superstar needs some dope backup. And the fastest gaming CPU around, the Intel 5.5GHz Core i9 12900KS with 32GB of DDR5 RAM and 2TB of seriously fast SSD storage, both from ADATA, makes up the perfect support team. Whew, that is a whole lot of PC. But Mika, you may greedily wonder, what about the peripherals? Well, animal lovers...
No,
estoy preguntándome eso.
Leather trim,
Mika, no estoy preguntando exactamente eso.
Mika, no estoy preguntándome eso.
And you noisy typers are going to love the clicky-clacky mechanical keyboard that comes with it. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? RGB? Well, of course! The keyboard and mouse both light up like Atlantic City on a Saturday night. And yeah, you can turn it off so you can actually get some sleep. You can find out more about this gear feature today over
Aquí está, cómo ganar.
¿Cómo ganar?
Really want to know.
Está en la página de
Info
ellos.
on how to win this beastly setup. So here are the details.
Thanks, Mika. Yes, folks, it couldn't be easier to enter our Dream PC giveaway. For your chance, just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc and follow the simple instructions. There, you'll find a complete breakdown of the prize, which, don't worry, also comes with some very swish monitors as well as the eligibility rules. Good luck, gamers.
That is right. Just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc for your chance to win. But
Se cayó
for
la
now,
página,
let's
no
get
puedo ver.
Todo el mundo, ¿qué? ¡Me la quiero ganar! ¡Yo!
30-90. Yo, será mía. 30-90. Dios mío. Y 9.
Where gods and guns collide.
Está, no.
Ya lo vimos ese. Ese es de la chica con el hacha, ¿no?
Así es.
También eso es PC Game Show, mucho rehash, banda. Desafortunadamente luego hay mucho crossover.
No one yet knows if you can kill a god.
The power to kill a god.
Definitivamente.
We will devour the gods together.
Ahorita regreso.
Vas. Army of the Dead defeated.
Ya regresé con mi comida, perros.
Bien.
Muy bien. Ya estamos nada más a poco más de $100,000 para cumplir con el reto del maratón.
$100,000
$100,000, perdón.
Son muy diferentes.
¿Tú pensé, Adrián? Sí. Ojalá. No mames, está muertísimo lo del sorteo.
Sí.
Está así súper de...
Así de hambrado está la gente de PC Game.
Pues sí.
No ha habido, con eso del silicón y todo el mundo está bien súper hambriada la gente. Que me puedo ganar una 30-90, no me vale verga lo demás.
Hey PC Gaming Show, I'm
Ah,
Derek
she's
Bradley,
dead.
the
No
CEO
puedo verlo.
of A44 Games and creative director of Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Flintlock is set in a world ruled by old gods, and so as humanity, you now have the power of black powder and bombs and Flintlock rifles to finally overthrow the gods and take the world back. You'll play as Nor, a Blackstream sapper, one of the elite explosives experts of the Coalition forces. Nor herself has a personal vendetta against the gods and will stop at nothing to get her revenge. But you won't be going it alone.
La Phoenix no podemos ver una nueva serie Nvidia de aquí. Son en septiembre, ¿no?
Sí, Nvidia va a tener su propio show que es por ahí de septiembre. Vamos a ver qué onda con la serie 40.
While your companion Enki uses his magical powers to disrupt enemies.
Ya es tiempo.
We can't wait to show you more of Flintlock before it's released next year. Head over to our socials for more info, and don't forget to wishlist now on Steam and Epic Game Store. Have a great show.
Coming up next, a mysterious new sci-fi game from 11-Bit Studios, the creators of This War of Mine. Hear all about it in our exclusive interview. We'll also show you what's next for Outriders from Square Enix and People Can Fly. Plus, if you look back on high school and think, you know, those 4 years would have been better if I was fighting literal demons, you're definitely going to want to study up on our next world-exclusive independent game inspired by the Persona series. Show your health options now because there is so much more PC gaming show coming your way. Before we go, the folks at Compass Data Centers have a little quiz for you. How much higher is 5G's data capacity compared to current 4G networks? Scan this QR code and answer the question for a chance to win $500 worth of stuff from Razer, or visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com. Okay, now back to the PC Gaming Show.
Ready to game the system? Meet Mana. You slay. You achieve. You win. So should your bank account, because your power shouldn't stop when the game does. Mana is the best gaming rewards debit card where you can earn perks and points by paying and playing, and get rewarded with the things you actually want, like that skin you can't wait to show off, or your next gear upgrade.
Con todo el evento le queda hora y media.
Le queda hora y media.
Pay with power. Mana. Game the system.
So I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. It's time to talk about The Alters, the brand new game from 11-Bit Studios. The Warsaw-based studio made us cry in this war of mine, make difficult choices in the face of climate apocalypse in Frostpunk, and battle encroaching corruption in Children of Morta. The Alters sends us to the deepest, darkest reaches of space, in a survival story that is guaranteed to give you an existential crisis, in a good way. This is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
Listo.
Frostpunk 2.
Ya regresé. ¿De qué me perdí?
Parece que es Frostpunk 2 u otra cosa, porque sí, 11-Bit Studios.
No, de 11-Bit nos dijeron que iba a ser como una aventura narrativa.
Bueno.
De los creadores de This War of Mine y Frostpunk.
Aprovecho, banda.
99%.
Ya llegamos entonces.
Sí.
This door is metaphor for human race.
Así es. Ya estuvo, ya llegamos. Ton. 100%.
Gracias, banda.
Gracias, banda.
Space is back, baby.
Am I alive? Am I dead? Am I... Oh, shit.
Hola.
Oh, qué mal viaje, hermano.
Todos somos tú.
Déjate explico.
Tú eres el nuevo Jimmy.
Tranquilo, Jimmy, no pasa nada. Bueno, es bueno saberlo, Jimmy. Pero Jimmy está muerto, como podrás ver.
No mames. Es la verdadera balada de Jimmy Ochuelos.
Sí.
Space is back, baby. ¿Qué es eso?
A giant fucking wheel, dog. Gablan wheel.
Gablan Dil, Gablan Will.
Gablan Dil, Alter. Alters. Ok.
Nice.
Joining us now to talk about what we just saw all the way from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. We got clones, we got this huge wheel. Tell us, what did we just see?
Well, first of all, these guys were not exactly the clones. We saw Jan, our main character, who's traveling with a group of the Alters, who are the alternative versions of the same person. And they are going through this distant alien planet in their mobile base, which was the wheel you saw at the end.
So what's the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So you are a space builder stranded on this distant planet, and your goal is to survive and find a way back home. But the thing is, in order to do so, you need to create those alters, as each one of them have different set of skills and character traits. So these are things necessary for your survival and finding a way back home.
So from the trailer, tonally this could be a horror, a thriller, a mystery. What should players expect?
Actually, there are bits of everything you mentioned. Like, there is this mystery as we're looking deep
¿Qué
into the
mientes?
soul of the character.
Tú solo sabes
But
hacer
what
un
you
tipo de
find
de
there
género
can
que se
also
llama
be pretty
miseria.
scary. So there are those bits of
El género de
psychological
miseria.
horror
Es miseria,
acuñado
pero...
por 11-bit
Then on top
Studios.
of it, we
Es,
have
o sea,
this
es
quite
miseria,
thick
pero
layer
es
of
diferentes
surreality.
tipos de
I mean,
miseria. O sea,
how
ya
surreal
llevan
would it be to one day,
miseria
you know, wake
de
up
guerra,
management,
to a little
sí, miseria en la guerra de
different
management de
alternative
recursos,
version of your
miseria
very
en
self.
el cataclismo gélido, miseria familiar.
Era miseria in space.
Y ahora miseria en
So
space.
this quote relates directly to the main theme of our game. We as people, we are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making. This process, the whole process of becoming who we are, it can be quite painful at times. But in our game, Jan, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself and numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
Do you see this as more of a
Hasta-
classic
hasta- no,
sci-fi
no son
story,
clones,
something
no,
like
son,
Ray
son
Bradbury,
clones a la
or is it something
medida,
more
digamos.
Well, it is very
Sí.
classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi theme, we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through through the magnifying lenses. But then when we're choosing the tools, this is a very contemporary game and we're taking advantage of what video games
Tetsubo dice,
are
me gusta
as
la
medium.
miseria.
So
Hey.
we're using tools like
Es importante conocerla
systematic
también.
design and non-linearity in order to put the players in the middle of the experience and in the end allow them to create their own stories inside the game.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the relationship of your previous titles to the altars, whether there's any narrative or theme.
¿Qué clase de pregunta es esa? Tú sabes, miseria.
Well, the altars is purely 100% our game, 11-bit Studios game, and it's created in line with our meaningful entertainment philosophy. So it's a game we hope that it will make you think even after you stop playing it. This War of Mine was this first huge milestone. It paved the way for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level with the strong focus on the emergent narrative. And now with the altars, we want to follow that path, but we also really want to push the boundaries even further and expand on how we approach meaningful topics inside the design of our games.
Dice Leomilla, qué chafa lo de la PC solo para Estados Unidos. Sí, me lo imaginaba.
Sí, desgraciadamente. Ya lo veía
And
venir.
while I try to find enough Rapidium to make it through day 1 to 8, let's head on over to Mika Burton and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
Thanks, Day9.
Nice.
Honestly, I need to look into getting myself cloned so I can make time to play all of these awesome games we've seen so far. But I'm also legitimately worried about having to eventually fight my clone in single hand-to-hand combat when they steal my
Pero va a
life.
pasar como Soma, en realidad no lo vas a experimentar tú.
Is it really worth it for video games? Yeah, no, it's totally worth it for video games. Anyway, that's a problem for future Mika. Present Mika is
Time
much
travel
more
tal vez
interested in
ayude.
what you
Flores
all
no.
have been saying about the show so far. So keep letting us know your thoughts by using hashtag PC Gaming Show on all platforms. Now, let's get back to the real reason all here. Cloning. I mean video games. Video games.
Outriders.
World Slayer.
Supongo que empecé la gente sigue jugando más. Al final de cuentas este juego es más Diablo que Destiny, ¿no?
Sí. Sí, right.
Ah, el juego de Obsidian. O maybe not. No.
Maybe it's something else.
Este es un alquimista.
Medievo is back, baby.
Me gusta más.
Medievo es muy común también.
No, Medievo is back, así de Medievo never.
No dije que no fuera común. Dije, me gusta más, Adrián. ¿Qué quieres? A mí me aburre el espacio. I like people.
Ah, Ah, eres una... ¿Cómo se llama? Parece que es un apotecario.
Eres un
güey.
alquimista.
Un alquimista o apotecario, güey. Dice Texel G que este ya salió hace unos días. Really?
Nice.
Potion Craft. Ah, Leaves Early Access, ahí está.
Sure. When Tiny Build lets you open your own medieval potion shop, you get hailed as a master alchemist. But when I do it, I get a sternly worded letter from my landlord about how my cauldron violates our lease agreement. Whatever, it's his loss. But more importantly, folks, we promise you the maximum amount of games
Please,
humanly
just
possible.
go on.
And we
Go.
aim to deliver quite literally.
¿Gordos juegan?
¿Juegan esto?
No. Es como MP.
Animal Royale.
Super Animal
Season
Royale.
4.
Season 4.
No, pues sí, claramente no hubo.
Ok. XCOM de Kung Fu.
Sí, parece ser.
Ok.
Deck Builder también.
Nitro Kid.
Hay demo.
Before your eyes lies the Celestial Islands, a world of peace above the clouds, protected by 4 great houses.
Ok.
¿Un sí?
No.
Es como el juego este que... For the King, to the King. ¿Sí te acuerdas?
Sí. Es como un Slay the Spire, pero en tablero.
Mahou Kenshi.
Planet Earth, our beautiful home. To
Tripwire.
protect it, we must reach out to explore the unknown. Our team of experts is presently probing the deep sea in a struggle against the yoke of overregulation. These security and defense innovations allow you to shrink any problem down to size.
Were those fucking clowns?
Forward, obliterate
Yeah.
the enemies of progress, but we refuse to let these victories go to our heads. We are the future. We are.
Killing Floor.
Killing Floor,
¿Cuándo? ¿Por qué siempre sale Killing Floor en PC Gaming
And
Show?
now it's time to give you an exclusive briefing on what's next for one of PC gaming's titans of modding, simulation, and scale, Arma 4. Last month, developer Bohemia Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger on Steam in early access. This playable prototype will be a foundation for Arma 4. And with it playable on Steam now, we have a ton of questions about the future of Arma. I mean, after all, this is the series that helped birth the survival genre through DayZ. Oh, and also this other little niche genre you may have heard of called Battle Royale. To help us peer into the future for this project, we've got none other than Bohemia Interactive. Thank you so much for joining us. So as of right now, Arma Reforger has been out for about a month. What is it that you've been learning or seeing from players?
At first, we've learned that players like Reforger a lot, and they appreciate.
They like our game.
Into it.
They bought it.
We also realized they like modding a lot, and
Así
they
es.
will view this as a
Al punto ilógico, me gusta.
key quality of our games. And we were very pleased by the reactions of both our community and the new players who immediately started flooding internet with videos, playthroughs, and praise of our new technology. So we are very glad.
Our new Eurojunk.
Necer dice, PC Gaming Show, tráiganme al presentador con menos carisma. No, lo siento, Necer. Yo tendría menos carisma.
No diría que no tiene carisma, es nada más que las bromas que luego le ponen a decir
no son las mejores.
No son las mejores.
Pero la verdad es que a mí me parece bastante carismático.
Sí, o sea, tiene carisma. La neta sí tiene carisma, pero no le ayuda lo que el diálogo que le presentan. Porque, o sea, cuando sí funciona, el E3 lo hizo muy bien.
On this for
Ah, te
25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this is part of the fun. So there's always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards. So do it our own way rather than replicating what's maybe normal in other games, because our goal is not to make the same game as all other games. So our goal is to remain unique.
I'm curious if you can speak to what the main goals of Reforger is, because it's a little unusual compared to other releases. I mean, for instance, how much content should a player expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
Our goals were, of course, to restart the series from technological standpoint, really make room for some new achievements, utilize the technology which is state of the art, both in terms of how it looks like, how it's controlled, how it can be modded.
It's important to understand it may look as a kind of normal game on the surface, but there's a big system behind it. So just the tool suite is a massive tool suite, never tested by a large public. So it's a premiere of a tool suite, and these tools are being built for nearly 5 years now. So we really need users to start using them to keep improving and continue.
Uno requiere mucho tiempo para ser como fan de Arma.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one quick question from the Arma fans. Has Russia's invasion of Ukraine impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Well, yes, because it's extremely close to us. We even live in a way very nearby, so definitely. On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with a great level of respect.
¿Seguimos en Arma?
Still at the beginning.
Seguimos en Arma.
We would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been.
Yo terminé de comer, banda, por eso salí. Fue dejar los platos y demás y fui por un post.
Entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say, maturity and long time we've spent on it, and our ambition to portray it as a whole very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have.
Les preguntaron que si la guerra con Ucrania ha modificado su punto de vista o su desarrollo de alguna forma.
This would not be an interview about Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing games and genres.
Sí, mejor vámonos a modding.
So I gotta know,
es que Arma tiene una escena de modding enorme.
That wasn't possible in the past.
Now with this technology, it's possible to create entirely different things, like entirely different games.
Hay un youtuber que veo, que lamentablemente no me acuerdo cómo se llama porque solo aparece en mi feed, donde se la pasa haciendo puros matches de Arma modeados. Se ve que tiene una fanbase grande porque llena así un servidor de un montón de su gente. Pero sí, vamos a meter el modding de Clone Wars, y son así un chingo de clones y un chingo de mods. O vamos a meter el modding de Warhammer 40K.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about performance, because anyone who's played Arma knows that it can get really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, What expectations should players have about performance leading into
El bistec no son rusos, creo que son polacos, ¿no? Sí, son polacos.
Single core and no GPUs basically. So this time much more computations and intensive rendering things can be done directly on GPU, but it required completely a new approach.
Again, we are in the beginning and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties, but we are solving them one by one. We are really gathering community feedback and even our own definitely feedback, so we are moving things forward. And yeah, it's about optimization. It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So we are moving forward.
Thank you so much again, Bohemia Interactive, for giving us the inside scoop on both Arma Reforger and Arma 4. Now, you don't go anywhere, because here is what's around the corner.
Just around the corner in the PC gaming show, prepare to experience terror ranging from the subaqueous to the subconscious with the latest from Shiro Games. Hold on to your butts because front-end development spared no expense on the new Jurassic World Evolution 2 expansion, and get your crowbars ready for Half-Life Alyx Levitation, a special project from some very talented modders. Oh, modders.
Yo pensé que era otro juego de Alyx.
¿Va a haber DLC de Alyx?
Modders.
Which
Ok.
parts of the world use the most
No he contra eso, pero eso así de.
Answer this question for the folks at
Maldita sea
Compass
Valve.
Data Centers, and it could win you a $500 Razer gift card. Scan the QR code on the screen to enter.
Last year, Shiro Games debuted War Tales at the PC Gaming Show, but the publisher has a lot more than its medieval sandbox RPG on the way. Up next, we'll hear what's up with Shiro's slate of projects, and stick around for the debut of two completely new games, Decarnation and Abyssals.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for the invitation, Mika. I'm James, and I can't wait to show you everything that we've got prepared for you today. So it's been a crazy couple of months for everyone here at Shiro Games, with Dune Spice Wars marking the most successful release in the history of the company, and it's entirely thanks to all of you. But today, let's look at Dune Spice Wars multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can go head-to-head and free-for-all, 2v2, all work together in co-op against AI opponents.
No has bajado el
Introducing new
Spice
synergy
Wars,
systems between factions that will open vast
No has
number
bajado
of
el Spice
strategies to
Wars,
help you
¿verdad?
crush your opponents.
No lo he
Multiplayer will be
comprado.
available in Dune Spice Wars very soon.
No he tenido el
After 5
tiempo.
years and nearly 3 million units sold, Northgard's story finally continues. In a new chapter set shortly after the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the lands of Northgard. Long-standing alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the continent. Forced to depart what they once called home,
Lástima que lo de la
heroes
compu
arrive
solo
on
para
unknown
Estados
shores and
Unidos.
find themselves confronted by unfamiliar faces in a dangerous
Esperado.
new realm.
Sí, completamente esperado.
This Northgard expansion arrives this winter.
Northgard.
Northgard.
Ese le gusta a
And for all of
Icepack.
our War Tales players out there, Cooperative is finally coming to our open world tactical RPG. You share
Gato dice que se
food,
rinde.
gold,
¿De qué te
and camp
rindes?
with your friends.
¿Del este?
But you can
¿Del
split
show?
up to cover more
I
grounds.
get it.
Before every fight, devise the perfect strategy to overcome any threats that may stand in your way. But be careful in your approach, as one wrong move may lead to your group's demise.
Sí,
The co-op update
War
will
Tales
allow
está
you
muy
to play
cabrón.
between 2
Todo se
to
puede ir a
4
la
players,
chingada en 2
and it will be
minutos.
available this summer.
Supongo que ya sale de Early Access.
No creo.
So a few months ago we announced Shiro Unlimited, a new publishing label created by indies for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
It seemed like our last chance to start again, to escape Earth's devastation.
Ah,
We
submarino.
used our limited resources to lay the foundations of a new life
Foundation.
deep below the waves of this
Foundation.
strange new planet.
But soon, we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
It all went to shit.
When faced against the darkness of the abyss, we found ourselves helpless.
Lost.
Isolated.
Abyssals.
Se ve como Surviving Mars, pero en el
Sí.
espacio, en el espacio
Pero en
submarino.
el mar. Sí. Nice.
O sea, el no espacio.
Nice, me llama.
Ahí sí, para que vas no se ve el espacio. Perfect Blue the game, apparently.
Perfect
Eso parece, sí.
Yes.
Hold on. ¿Le dieron la buena noticia?
Dios mío.
¡Oh, Dios mío!
What the fuck is going on?
The Carnation. Oh my, I mean.
Thank you very much for sticking with us, everyone.
I mean.
The rest of the show.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Nice.
You just saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals. And you confronted your inner demons in the
Sí.
retro
La banda que le
dream
tiene miedo
horror
al
of
océano
decarnation.
está cabrón,
Next up, how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization? Let's find
He
out
visto
how by
streamers,
taking a
ahora
look
que está viendo
at
muchos
I
streamers
Am
de Final,
Future
ves que hay
from Tiny
un palacio, un dungeon en Stormblood que es opcional, que está hasta el fondo del mar.
Ah, sí.
¡Pavor! Así, ¡qué pedo!
¿Es el de High Water este?
¿Podría ser? Pero no, el estilo es diferente. ¡Es un ojo de Worms!
Es un juego de... Oh, no.
Y
la raza humana también. Gracias, Eagleborn.
Warning. Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
Damn,
son.
Ah, su mano es para construir. Güey.
Groovy.
No mames, sí, Groovy.
I am future.
I am future. Okay, I am
Future is metaphor for human race.
And I am future.
Indeed, I am future.
Okay, ¿qué le pasó?
What?
Okay.
Intrigue.
I mean.
Our forefathers conquered Calderia.
Ah, Calderia. Donde hacen las mejores calderas.
A new generation.
Definitivamente.
Tenemos que ir a Cerilla para poder prender el fuego y poder cocinar algo.
Our great houses seek to obtain the Emperor's favor, cultivating our lands and subjects to improve and enrich the realm, beginning with ourselves, of course.
Prominence can be secured through strength,
Victoria,
as well as delicacy.
¿Se casaron en el camino?
A huevo.
Join the great houses of Calderia.
O sea, es básicamente Crusader Kings, pero
Crusader Kings, pero ficticio.
Sí.
Ajá.
Sí.
Pero seguramente no van a tener el valor de dejarte hacer que tu árbol genealógico sea un círculo.
Tengo que encontrar ese pinche video de la dinastía del incesto, así de Crusader Kings, así como... Dude, al final ya así como un montón de monstruos.
Dios.
Hubo una cruzada contra ellos, así el Papa llamó una cruzada contra esos cabrones. Sí, tengo que encontrarlo otra vez.
Ese es...
Jurassic World. It is so beautiful.
Clever Girl, the game.
So wonderful. We're about to witness.
Ya está en Game Pass, ¿no?
Creo que sí.
Está en Game Pass ya el Evolution 2, creo.
Rar.
14 de junio.
O va a estar en Game Pass.
PC Gamer. humans interfacing with computers for their own entertainment.
Parece System Shock.
The notion disgusts me. Look upon my works, foul creatures, and weep at its magnificence. It is
Su magnificencia.
Sí, de System Shock.
System Shock, sí.
Mira nada más.
Supongo que ya va a salir. Porque el demo lleva un rato.
No me acuerdo cuándo chingados fue anunciado esta madre, güey.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature.
You'll see me hold the whole game, biatch. ¿Existe Show Remake? Sí, lleva un rato anunciado. De hecho, hay un demo desde hace mucho tiempo afuera.
You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection. My children.
Dice Sergio que reiniciaron desarrollo. Oh, wow.
Pierde.
You will suffer for your transgressions. These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
System Shock. Play 5, Play 4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Steam, GOG y Epic.
Y nada más. Prime Matter.
Incredible and frankly horrifying trailer. Developed by Night Dive Studio, System Shock is the return of a beloved, acclaimed sci-fi saga. Today, to take us even further inside the world of System Shock, I am thrilled to welcome the one and only Warren Spector. Thanks so much for joining us, Warren.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is going to be fun.
In terms of trying to translate the experience of a game from 1994, 3 decades later to now, what doesn't carry over well?
The first thing is the graphics.
La interfaz.
Graphics
sucks balls, bro.
But it was pretty primitive back then. And the other one is the user interface. If you look at when the game opened, the original, a help screen that came up, and it filled the entire screen with text. It's just a thing. I don't know how the guys at Night Dive.
Los hacían diferentes antes.
Esa interfaz que están viendo, manda, ni siquiera es la interfaz completa. Ese juego es así como. Es la definición de apretado. De apretado en Wii, en interfaz de usuario.
Si tienes como 16 píxeles nada más de lo que puedes ver en el juego.
I'm not sure.
Así es, Alan, dice, eran otros tiempos, definitivamente eran otros tiempos.
Sí, eran otros tiempos.
But I think the rest of the world is going to get the chance now to experience it, and I think they'll see not just that they're having fun playing this game, but also see that other games followed in its footsteps.
Nowadays, we walk around with computers in our pockets. We're worried about the evil of algorithms.
De hecho, sí, no hemos visto nada tampoco de Bioshock nuevo.
Sí, de Bioshock.
Showdown seems far too close to reality to me right now. And let's just hope that she doesn't show up as nasty a form as she did back in 1994.
Well, Warren, I wanted to thank you so much.
El 2 está muy cagado porque al final dices, nah. Este es el final del juego, nah.
I can't wait to return to that world.
Bueno, no dicen nah, perfecto. No me acuerdo exactamente qué dice, pero dicen no.
Fans know way more about the game than I do now, so
nah.
No, fam. I'm
out. Thank you so
out.
much again, Warren Spector, for joining us to talk all things System Shock. I personally can't wait for the game to come out, though. It might completely ruin my sleep schedule, but before I spiral further, here are some more games to cram into your eyeballs.
Ojalá salga bien el de System Shock.
Se lo merece, esta franquicia se lo merece. La Forja.
We seek nothing from the solar system but a lasting amity of reason and justice. To see a war under any pretext would bring ruin to the great work.
¿Qué onda el asombroso hombre bolsa?
Any victory achieved through that deepest expression of human unreason would be as devastating as defeat. We have but a singular purpose: to establish peace and
Riot dice, Siempre pienso qué pasaría si alguien de esa época viera la nueva versión, la de System Shock. Yo soy de esa época.
No, pero así como brinco.
A ver si fuera un brinco. Ah, ya.
Es lo que estaba pensando. O sea, imagínate que un juego como Sniper Elite 5 hubiera salido cuando salió GoldenEye.
Sí. No mames.
O sea, sería locura. Sniper Elite sería uno de los juegos más celebrados de la historia. Pero ahorita ya se nos hace como que... Es que ya lo vi. Entonces la mente y el gusto humano es como muy extraño. En resumidas cuentas, we're fucking spoiled.
Sí, la neta sí, we're spoiled.
A mí me gusta estar podrido.
Sí.
Podrido de lo consentido que estamos.
Este es el Battle Royale este que vimos con...
Este ya lo vimos.
We skipped it.
Sí. Sí, de hecho sí, nos lo saltamos en
el podcast.
Good to see you again.
We will not talk about you.
Again. ¿Qué es el con Battle Royale, no?
Supongo, no sé, la verdad no me llama. Me recuerda a Lawbreakers, lo que puedo decir.
Final Beta el 17 de agosto. Super people is people.
Here to a site of grace, or a bonfire, or a sculptor's idol, or a lamp. Make sure you're staying hydrated, replenish your potions, and most importantly, keep letting us know what games you're excited about using hashtag #PCGamingShow. I mean, personally, I can't wait to play The Altars. Ah, good. Now that we're all rested up, feeling good, it's time to enjoy a slice of that lovely
Banda.
life, courtesy of
Una hora.
and experience
¿Una hora?
investigative horror.
Sí, falta una hora.
The latest from the mind of Sam Barlow.
I believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us
Half
about
Mermaid.
Well, I don't want to spoil things too much.
¿Cómo le dije Story?
Parece como Her Story, sí. The power of Christ compels you.
Uf.
Does this work as confession?
¿Qué onda, perro? ¿Te gusta cómo las puse?
Otro live action, como The Centennial Kings. Only this one looks better.
Este tiene sangre en las bolas, puedo decirte eso.
O sea, aquí sí estás como que consiguiendo cosas, investigando las escenas.
¿O el de Her Story?
Sí.
Kiss me now.
¿Qué mierda traes en la oreja? Immortality.
We can take a break. We should take a break. No, we can go.
Julio 26. Game Pass.
Inland
Hey,
505.
boss, time to wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around. We can make
Barman
this
management.
place shine again.
Noodle shop
en Cyberpunk City.
We can grow some veg in the greenhouse.
I'm in.
Once we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown. So make friends, make enemies. Give customers a route, just turn
This is
on
fucking
the old
Valhalla with a
charm.
budget, dog.
Or water down their drinks. I'm not your conscience. This is a world to explore, to make stories, your stories. You ever look up at the clouds and wonder what's up there? Well, if you dream big enough, maybe you'll find out. Maybe we all will. Welcome to Nivalis.
I'm super in. Me intriga.
Hi, I'm Marco. And I'm Roman. At Ironlands, we are big fans of cyberpunk
Marco
fiction and games.
Diekman.
But we have our own ideas of what a cyberpunk world can be.
Big Dick Energy, Big Dick Energy.
Big Dick Energy, from Dickman. Y Adrián tiene 13 años.
Experience the stories of the people you meet. Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We spend lots of time creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of detail and dynamic elements. We are excited about the cyberpunk world we're making, and we can't wait to see
Nivalis is metaphor for human
how
race.
you choose to live your life when you come visit us in Nivalis. You can wishlist Nivalis now on Steam and the Epic Game Store.
I want to do that.
Mana is the gaming rewards debit card that puts the power back in the hands of players. So with every quest you complete and every purchase you make, you're earning for the rewards you actually want. We make it easy for you to set up and start. Just sync your favorite games to your Mana account and start earning real-life rewards the next time you play. So why pay any other way? Pay with Mana. Pay with power.
Listo.
Mana.
En la Wii.
Game the system.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs, because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Cute.
Una de las bromas más decentes que han hecho en el día, ¿sí?
Sí, esa fue una broma decente. That was a decent joke. It's for CD Games.
Necrosoft. Ah, es el de la high school con monstruos.
Creo que sí.
¡Hut, hut, 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 hut! ¡Corran, muchachos, corran!
Es momento.
Oh, no, tenemos una Oyosama.
Oh my god, this is fucking Persona 1.
¿Pero más chido?
Esto es Persona 1. I hope, porque el combate de Persona 1 is fucking trash. Yeah, it's fucking Persona 1.
Pero no trash.
Espero que no. No debería ser el caso.
Pues ¿por qué no lo haces wishlist?
Déjame entero cómo se llama.
Sí, primero hay que saber cómo se llama, caramba.
Voy a buscar en Steam. Persona 1, but not trashy.
¡Ey!
Primer hit.
Podría aparecer. I'm feeling lucky. Oh, wow.
Demonschool.
Demonschool.
2023.
En todos lados.
Hasta Switch, perro.
Hasta Switch va a estar.
From Welsh developer Isbrid Games. And now,
Isbrid Games.
time to take a bit of a spooky transition. If you're at home,
Ahora
turn
la
on
lista de
all the
deseados.
lights in the room. Make sure the salt circle is unbroken, and check to see that your door is properly painted with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get
Cultos del Lamb.
certifiably terrifying. Let's look at the H.R. Giger-inspired biopunk horror, Scorn.
Scorned.
Oh.
Desolate and decay.
Ya vimos Scorn.
A grisly nightmare of
Qué bueno que ya es algo.
Greetings. I'm your
Es kind of not my thing. No me
Doug
gusta cómo se ve.
and I invite you to join me as we explore
Demasiado Giger.
Scorn's mesmerizing labyrinth
Solo puedo
of
tolerar
odd
una
forms
determinada
and
determinada de
somber
Giger, and this is too
tapestries.
much Giger.
Es como así como, me encantaría nadar en una salsa para hamburguesa y de repente obtienes tu deseo y es demasiada salsa para hamburguesa.
mechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An industrial civilization now lying in decay and ruin. A hidden
Dice Secado, yo sé que Rafa lo disfrutará. Así es.
Así es. Si alguien lo va a jugar es Rafa.
Sí, yo lo voy a jugar.
Undisturbed.
Sí, ya, I wanna play it. O sea, sé que
Rafa jugó
quieres.
Agony. Rafa
Sí,
jugó
jugué
Agony.
Agony. O sea,
Y este luce
it was
100 veces
trash.
mejor.
Sí, exactamente. O sea, this is...
Este se ve infinitamente mejor que Agony.
System to an unsettling soundscape created by Ethek and Lustmord. Scorn has no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how
Scorn no tuvo presupuesto para las voces y encontramos una solución.
While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter.
It isn't.
Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn.
Es eso. Te pego con un lito.
I can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand this October. Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
Sí, claro. ¿Alguien está comiendo? Espero que no.
Yo terminé así.
Now, I've been delightedly playing Dune Spice Wars, harvesting melange, and trying to figure out how to pronounce Quisatz it doesn't matter. I'm equally ready to turn hordes of Tyranids into a Jackson Pollock painting in Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2.
¿Qué quiere decir
in this
Quisatz
brutal
Haderach?
third-person shooter, you once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine in a galaxy
Space Marine
immersed in a never-ending war.
Así es.
To take us further inside the grim dark,
Titus.
I am joined by Tim
Ya
Willits
cumplimos con la
and
cuota. Un juego de Warhammer.
Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Por un momento pensé que no lo haríamos.
Good to be here. Now, Tim, I want to start with you. You previously worked at id Software on Doom. How would you say the Space Marine compares to Doom Guy?
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom Guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines. So, you know, it's really exciting for me to work on.
Así es, plebs. Warhammer es más viejo que todo lo que les gusta.
Así es.
Básicamente lo que está diciendo.
Sí, fucking plebs.
25, 30 years.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much lore to sift through. And I think this brings us to talk a little bit about the new Space Marine that you're going to get to play, a Primaris Space Marine. Oliver, talk to us a little bit about Captain Titus and what makes this class of Space Marine different from the others in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of humanity in the grim dark future. He saw the dangers that the universe presented, and he
Mira,
created
weón, dice, pero
a
Doom está más
super soldier from
vergas.
his own DNA. And each of these
La verdad es que el
different
Doom Guy en
chapters have different
el
genetic
mundo
traits of
de
the Emperor.
Warhammer sería así
What makes
como
the
un
Primaris
dude bastante regular.
different is that, a guy named
O sea, los
Alisarius
pinches
Core, the Emperor's kind of chief
Space
scientist,
Marines son...
went back, did some digging in the
Tienen
old,
3 pulmones, tienen 2 corazones.
Son locos, básicamente.
No, es una locura. El Doom Guy es como el tamaño de una persona, ¿no? Quizás un poquito más alto. Los Space Marines son altísimos.
It's reminding me of the 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes animation.
Los Space Marines desayunan Master Chief para desayuno.
It's so exciting that we now
Sí,
get to be
o sea, el Doom Guy sí está como al
that kind of
nivel
character. And in the trailer,
Master Chief, ¿no?
we saw a lot of
Porque no se... O sea, así en su mundo. Así
¿Quiere huevos con su Master Chief? Sí. Dame 100 huevos con este Master Chief.
Porque recuerden, manda, recuerden el mantra del mundo de Warhammer 40K. ¿Cómo se dice una batalla con 99%
de casualties, de muertos de nuestro bando?
Victoria! In the thousands. And our proprietary engine.
It's all right, we can make more.
Can deliver these epic battles. Now we will have thousands of Tyranids, and you will rip and tear through them all.
I mean, that is so thrilling because this is the sort of thing that older games couldn't even hope to do. And you're talking a little bit about combat. I know that some of the previous entries were more melee focused. What's the combat like in Space Marine 2?
So the combat in Space Marine 2 is a mix of in-your-face melee combat along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So we looked at the original Space Marine game where it had a lot of this push-forward combat, which has inspired many other video games, but that never
¿Escucharon, plebs?
Never take cover.
No, ahí sí está equivocado.
Todo lo que les gusta, viene de Warhammer.
Ahí sí está equivocado, porque el gameplay de Warhammer está bien, pero es cara clunky también.
Todo ha inspirado a Warhammer.
So terrific. And I mean, I know you guys are huge fans.
Tú fuiste inspirado por Warhammer. ¿Yo? No, así es tú.
Saber Interactive focusing on right now.
Right at the beginning of the project, Tim and I went to the Warhammer Museum, which was an incredible experience. And you go around all these cabinets where these incredible miniatures that have been painted by these masters are arranged in these dioramas. You find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive. I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids by the thousands. And so seeing that actually happen and come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons.
¿Qué tanto tiene de Warhammer el gordeo?
Muy poco.
No hemos hecho bromas.
Todo.
Según esos güeyes todo, por supuesto. Hemos hecho solo una reseña, creo, de algo de Warhammer y ni siquiera fue 40K.
Hemos estado cerca de otras, pero no se ha materializado.
Así es. ¿Habrá bromance? Dice Euphoria. Habrá mucho hermano. ¡Brother! ¡My brother! Todos los pinches Spacemen son un montón de Hulk Hogans. ¡Brother! ¡Brother!
First, Replicant D6's homage to the golden days, or should I say, golden eyes of 90s console shooters, and an atmospheric sci-fi adventure.
¿Es cierto qué onda con el remake de GoldenEye?
Sí, ¿qué va a pasar con eso, por cierto?
¿El remake de qué?
GoldenEye.
Pues a lo mejor no era real. Ahí lo tiene, manda.
This is it.
This is it. Ahí lo tiene, manda.
Se llama Perfect Eye. Ese que le falta Ken Love.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Sí. Aunque tiene buenas caras acá, súper muertas.
Sí, como debe ser, como debe ser. Estoy tan ansioso para ese momento donde tengas que decir a otro personaje que me abre una pendeja puerta.
O que tu Score Mission se cruce en medio.
Ajá.
¡Natalia, qué!
¡No, de nuevo! Fuera de WhatsApp seguramente va a terminar jugando esta madre.
Agente 64 Spine, ¿de verdad?
No mames.
No mames, o sea, bueno, está bien.
On the fucking nose.
Demo available now on Steam.
No mames, pinche nombre pendejo que tiene.
Sarah? Ryan?
Space.
Cassie? Can you hear me? Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective. Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get
La WhatsApp de la NASA.
we'll make the right decisions. We can do this.
Y el nuevo muchacho se ve locochón.
On Mars.
Deliver us Mars.
Sí, ya estaba anunciado y todo. 27 de septiembre.
27. Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to
Hi,
Mars.
my name's Elise Chappell, and I play Kathy Johansson in the out-of-this-world sci-fi epic Deliver Us Mars.
Join Kathy and the crew of the Zephyr on an unmissable adventure as they journey to the Red Planet to recover technology vital to the survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th.
Dejamos la receta del coronel en Marte.
PlayStation, Xbox,
No mames, qué terrible cosa, ¿no? Hay que ir por ella.
Hay que ir por ella, hombre.
Stay a while and listen. To this list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox. We're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3. Plus, you can literally scare your entire butt off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood. All this and more in just a moment, but first, a final pop quiz for all you Valorant, CSGO, and League of Legends.
40 minutos,
How much
banda.
has esports revenue increased since 2016? Compass Data Centers wants to hear your guess, and you can scan this QR code on the screen for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. All right, and now, back to the show.
Up next, we're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated real-time strategy game from Frost Giant.
Are we actually going to fucking look at?
Addict is going to sit down with some of the game developers to ask the hard-hitting
No que voy a ver
questions
el trailer
when
otra
can we
vez.
play this already?
Oh, es el trailer otra vez.
No, ese es otra.
Este está largo.
Sí. Así es Visual Cave, perdón. El Agent 64 Spice Never Dies tiene demo.
2 years ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build
Vámonos al trailer.
real-time
A ver.
Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate, an exclusive sneak peek into the universe and game that we've been creating for you. Stormgate takes place in an all-new post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide. Our story begins hundreds of years in Earth's future, following the near extinction of humanity. This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own. With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an ongoing series of campaign missions that you can play solo or cooperatively. New chapters will come out regularly, along with new units, maps, modes, and plenty of other surprises. In addition to campaign missions, we're building a world-class competitive experience with grassroots and professional
What about
tournaments
esports,
accessible
bro?
from directly within the game.
¿Alguien quiere pensar en los esports?
Dios mío. Mañana puede ser eso.
In our new 3-player co-op versus AI mode, you'll level up your heroes, collect rewards, and customize
gameplay.
your forces to
Okay,
open
algo de
new
gameplay.
styles of gameplay and long-term variety.
Sé que los demonios son seres.
Stormgate will be free
Sí.
to play,
Yeah, pretty much.
but not pay to
it's a
win.
free to play.
There will be no NFTs.
No NFTs.
No NFTs.
And you can sign up now to reserve your place in line at playstormgate.com.
Bueno,
You
vimos
might happen to
así
know
como una
I'm a
fracción de
huge fan
gameplay,
of
pero
real-time
vimos.
strategy games. StarCraft is my favorite game. I played it for 25 years. I still play it, and that's why I am so thrilled today to be talking to Frost Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers who have worked
No eres
on
especial, todos
literally
llevamos jugando
my
muchos años
favorite
StarCraft. Yo sigo
games
siendo igual de
of
malo
all
que
time.
antes.
We're going to talk about their brand new, free-to-play, real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to talk about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant, Tim Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I want to know about the world. I want to know about the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first game as a new studio, and it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got cooperative campaign mode, also play open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1, high skill, competitive. And those are very different ways to play in some ways, but they're also all unified by the universe, by the races, by the units. So you really get a sense for how to enjoy the game.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay, because obviously in all these modes you're going to be collecting money, building bases, building units, and so on. And I know that for you, the game feeling really good and
Sí,
really
sí,
smooth
está
to
muy
play
barato,
is super
194 pesos
important.
en
Obviously, I come
en
from
Steam.
a time where
En Steam.
pathfinding is bad. We call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you
Hey,
think about getting
the
the
Quarry está a
controls,
1400.
motions, just the feel of the
Wow.
game feel in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS is one of the only genres I can think of where you have to have hundreds, even thousands of units synchronized over the network and responsive in a way that high skill, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working in this next generation engine?
It's pretty incredible how far things have come from a graphics perspective, and I think the art team is unlocked in so many ways.
Dice Gordos, el Chivalry 2 está en Steam, lo compré en Epic, ¿me cambio a Steam mejor?
No, es
Pero
crossplay.
según yo es cross, o sea, puedes jugar con la gente de Steam, sí. Sigue jugando ahí, ¿qué importa?
Sí, no, ya lo tienes, bro. Ya, no, esto es para la gente que no lo había comprado.
So the high quality graphics that you're seeing are actually coming from Unreal as an engine.
So you've talked a little bit about, for new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach
El 2 no
that?
tanto.
So a lot of
No, el 2 no.
It's still surviving, pero barely, dog.
Sí, sí, sí. O sea, sigue ahí, pero está más o menos a la par con los juegos de pelea, si no es que más abajo ya.
Sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the client in a way that gives players, even if you're not like top grandmaster, ready to take on Sarah.
Sigo pensando en el juego que no es GoldenEye.
Or the best at your company, or the best at your school. So we want to facilitate esports all the way.
Es decir que Street Fighter 6 me jodió mucho este Summer Game Fest. Mucha información y he pensado mucho en él. Creo que es mi juego del verano, indudablemente.
Sí, 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 sí.
Así que digas, quiero jugar ya Street Fighter 6.
Members of the Frost Giant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started out applying resources to build a custom editor. I think there's a lot of opportunity to make improvements to the editing experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share their mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all.
Winter Experience, yo creo que Street Fighter 6 lo vamos a ver en febrero o marzo del año que entra.
Sí,
acaba el año fiscal.
Febrero es mes Street Fighter, históricamente. Tiene que estar a tiempo para arrancar la Capcom Cup del año que entra.
Eso sí. Muchas gracias a Ready Player Psycho, que nos está haciendo un raid.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Cientos personas, muchísimas gracias.
We just got a chance to talk about Stormgate, the upcoming free-to-play RTS from Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play.
Bienvenidos al stream. Estamos viendo el PC Gaming Show.
Now, Tim, I'm going to do a transition to the next game. Are you ready? This is going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Leysara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games.
Perdí todo tipo de energía.
Eso es lo que hace el Summer Game, el PC Gaming Show. Se la roba poco a poco, así como ya después de comer, y así como el mal del puerco está cocinándose acá chingón, el calorcito está medio puerco. Los trailers están padres, hay juegos muy interesantes, pero no son de muy alto octanaje.
Sí,
This game looks fucking great.
Oh, Dios mío, Get Wrecked, sí. Ok.
Town Builder. I like this game. I like this game already.
Sí.
Se ve bonito.
Digo, el peor lugar para construir, pero bueno.
No hay de otra.
No hay otro lugar, no hay más dinero, perro, ¿qué?
Allá abajo están los apestosos.
O sea, nosotros nada más se nos cae una parte de la montaña, a ellos se les va a caer toda la montaña.
Tibet Simulator.
Básicamente. Básicamente.
La Isara
Summit Kingdom.
Ok.
Oh, hice una casita.
Valheim, que no es Valheim.
Sí, el combate se ve más chido que el de Valheim. And I fly.
Frozen Flame.
Este año, según esto.
That was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure.
Newest World, juega ahora, Adrián. No, ya prefiero. Yo ya jugué New World. Ya no tengo, no necesito uno nuevo.
And massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses and trying to tame the world, eventually growing tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. Or you'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in or grab some co-op buddies and see how long you can survive for right now. And keep an eye out for the early access launch later this year.
Para salir en Early Access. Bueno, es tiro por viaje con estos juegos.
If you could listen to the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever. The roar of the engines, the bangs from new factories, and the cries in the streets calling out for revolution. In Victoria 3, we simulate
escuchar a Russell Crowe cantando a la distancia.
100 years, starting in 1836, and put you in charge of a young society.
Llegó un de pie. Muchas gracias, Mario.
You will meet the people back then.
Miguel dice, ¿qué ha pasado? Varias cosas. Muchos de ellos ya ni me acuerdo de ellos. Lo siento.
Ya son demasiados juegos, ya son muchos juegos todo el tiempo.
Por eso Rafa tiene una lista.
Cheers.
Hay uno muy divertido con un juego con nombre de Agent 64. Uno era un simulador de Shangri-La.
Taxes, production, trade and construction.
Un gameplay de El Invencible.
The Industrial Revolution to turn your cities into titans.
Okay.
This is the engine you will need on the global stage. Use pacts, threats and bluffs to secure your place in the sun. Anything done by war.
Y el agent de Rockstar dice pronto mutó Agent 64. Vice never dies. Y estamos mejor por ello.
Comes to shove. Here you write the stories, and over time, the history of your world will be carved into the map.
Dice pancito con queso. Este tipo de juegos es complicado hacerlos que se ven divertidos en una conferencia. Indudablemente.
Sí, pero son muy adictivos.
Me llama la atención.
Son de esos juegos que te quedas atrapados horas y horas y horas.
Victoria 3.
2022 Paradox. O sea que va a tener
DLC.
millones de paquetes de DLC. El juego en realidad cuesta como $600. Tú decides, ¿nos das $600 o nos compras un Play 5?
Salió una nueva como expansión de Chivalry. Ah, el no Persona 1 chingón.
Sí. Deliverus Mars, el del juego este del paraíso. I Am Future, sí.
O sea, ha habido cosas, no lo voy a negar.
New Blood. Ahí está, por los que les gusta Hexen. O Heretic. Ultra Kill Acto 2.
Hey, de un Holy Trinity. Esos juegos que Rafa no ha querido jugar.
No, I should. Eso sí debería de jugar.
Este se ve cagado.
2 HD.
¿Ese es el No Bloodborne? No.
¿El Dusk? No, es un es un denominado boomer shooter. Sale ese rato ya. Sale ese ya bastante rato.
Back again. Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going on for 2022. A Medieval to Black Labyrinth, Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games.
Este no es el de las páginas web, así es decir, es el de las páginas web. El de garyteama.com.
También Not Dead Space, ¿no? Algo así se llama, ¿no?
Notdeadspace.com.
And yes, we're still working on a car combat game, but we're not ready to talk about those games just yet. What I want to talk about is Gloomwood. Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or something,
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy? I will drown this puppy. I will. If you don't let us show Gloomwood, I am going to drown this adorable. I would never do that. Hi, I love you. So yeah.
Ok, lo mejor hasta ahora.
Sí, pero este sirvió bien para despertar un poco.
Are you sure? Well, all right. It's about time.
Le voy a dar crédito a este PC Gaming Show. Me ha hecho reír en un par de ocasiones.
Más que en otros, ¿no?
Sí, o sea, ha estado decente. Ha tenido sus bajos muy bajos. En donde el ritmo así como, oh Dios. Pero no ha estado terrible.
Había tenido sus buenos momentos también.
Sí. Rueda de queso. Rueda de queso.
Ruedas de queso.
Para la gente que nos dijo, no, está repadrísimo ordenar tu maleta ahí en el Resident 4. Ya tienen otro juego de maleta, pero...
¿Cómo va a estar el inventario en el remake de Resident 4?
Va a estar igual de pedorro.
¡Ah! Rueda de queso a la ventana y te pico.
El pico más viejo de la historia. Surprise.
Agosto 16.
Ok.
Ya, reseña grande de este Naspac chinga. Guarradas de queso.
There's only one thing I like more than playing New Blood's games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history. Which is why I'm delighted to share that next, we have a group of such games that run the gamut from medieval mayhem to an adorable animal fight club. And our first rule, we absolutely plan to talk about it.
O sea, recta final, banda.
Jesus, yes.
Corrupted what?
Why is it always doing this just when I need to showcase the game? Okay, I'm gonna take that. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have.
The update to System 10.1.1 will provide a clean sorting of all your files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no, nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope, haha, thank you, but we'll pass. Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you. Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty. You know, just
What the fuck is this?
No sé. Estoy bastante perdido también.
Fue el momento excelente para comer sandía.
Ladies and gentlemen, the trailer. Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us?
Back firewall.
Back firewall.
En todos lados. Ah, está en el switcheroo.
The survival of thy noble family depends on their ability.
Medieval Simulator.
No mames, I can need this now.
And to learn. Oh, if only it were that easy.
Es como Ringworld, pero en medieval. I need this right now.
¿Qué creías que nada más puedes venir a matar al rey?
El rey se va a defender, perro. Backstab, perro.
Nordland. Story Generating Strategy.
Ah.
I don't know what you're up to.
I need this.
Back off.
Okay, them's fighting hurts.
El juego del Chapsu.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good fighting game. Pongan nuevos personajes. Ah, ok. Nuevas mecánicas. UK.
Nordland. Wishlisteado. Sale en otoño.
Así es Euphoria. El del Them's Fighting Hurts es el que hizo más bien el diseño de los personajes lo hizo el artista de My Little Pony. Hice impresiones que fue como una mini reseña hace ¿qué fue? ¿2 años?
No mames, más tiempo.
Algo así.
Yo le edité, chaps.
Sí, tú todavía le editó a Adrián.
Hace pasado tanto tiempo que yo edité ese video.
Así es. The game is good. Está bueno. Lo malo es que nada más hay 7 personajes. Que es un personaje más de la versión que yo probé.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim from Fireshine Games and Pugstorm. The Sunken Sea Biome update is available on June 15th for all Core Keeper players. Now we have even more twists and turns and trailers, so press enter to continue. Did you press
Aparte,
it?
o sea, me metí en Nordland para wishlistarlo.
No,
Ah, sí, te lo recomendamos porque llevas 500 horas en Rimworld y 250 en Prison Architect. Yo, oh, rayos.
But in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls, and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave. That we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land.
El Mieles dice, gordos, ¿para cuándo? Un tour de su gaming setup. Pero mi gaming setup es como muy chafa, no tengo nada así como muy especial. Solo tengo la compu y monitores.
De lo mío es what you see is what you get. No hay como que más realmente que ver.
No está bonito mi espacio de trabajo. Es más funcional que otra cosa.
Supongo que el mío es el más elaborado porque yo sí compro así como switchers de HDMI y cosas así, pero no es así como tampoco muy elaborado.
Sí.
O sea, este podría estar bien.
Supongo.
Podría ser como
Farthest Frontiers.
Sí, Farthest Frontier. Me sonó a... ¿Cómo se llama este? ¿El juego este educativo? El de que te da...
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail.
El Oregon Trail.
Pero como medieval.
Has muerto de disentería.
Oh no.
Otra vez no. Leikir Studio.
Goblins Publishing.
What is below is destined to be understood.
Dice Joaquín Noir. Yo quiero ver tus Legos, Adrián.
Our life
Pero
depends
esos no
on the
están en mi
whims of
oficina
the
como
weather.
tal. No, o sea, no son parte de mi setup para trabajar. Están y hay unas fotos que subí hace mucho tiempo en mi Twitter.
Lands we grow, the air we filter. Any waste would be fatal to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with this world. For too long, we have wandered without purpose. From now on, our city will be a source of hope.
Mucho Town Builder también.
Me happy, I like Town Builders.
Sí, I appreciate that.
Me recuerda a Vanished. Que tienes que hacer las cosas en el camino.
To understand our world, we must explore it.
We must find the tablets, the seeds of knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
Synergy. I don't wanna do that. Porque si no, estos juegos luego se pierden y uno se olvida que existen.
Sí, cañón.
Wishlist, Synergy, ¿verdad?
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector. The planet we almost lost.
This
Then
thing.
found a reason to stay.
¿Qué es esto?
Icarus. Me suena el nombre. ¿No es el del astronauta con el arco y la flecha?
Probablemente sí.
Learn the lay of the land.
Yeah.
Sí, sí lo es. Y el oso con rifle. Ok, that's new.
Our friends at the UDA are offering up a slice, a whole new terrain.
El oso con escopeta.
If you learn, build, and survive, maybe, just maybe, there's a future here.
Oh, explotó chingón el escorpión gigante.
El escorpión gigante, sí. Ah, pobre güey.
Shai Hulud. Icarus.
Ya está afuera entonces.
MacPac, entonces ya sale el juego.
Sí. Supongo que está en Early Access igual, o sea, también es un pedo que ha plagado la PC Gaming. Es que hay tanto Early Access.
Some of the most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Corey Latto are making something incredibly special in the form of an ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game.
45 horas, dijo.
With Alex searching for a pair
4
of
to
rebels
5.
gone rogue.
4 a 5 horas.
4 a 5 horas, yo.
Investigate it against orders, obviously.
No, ni Alex dura tanto, güey. O sea,
Sí, por eso dije.
Imagínate.
45.
No, sí, para que los de Valve digan, sí, los modders están haciendo nuestro trabajo. Vámonos a descansar otros 20 años.
There's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague. The map was drawn using somebody's blood.
O sea, chido. I guess, pero... O sea, no lo voy a hacer.
En eso. Asqueroso pollo. Wow, el Wobbling Head está intenso.
BR.
El BR, sí.
¿Van a cerrar con esto entonces?
Apparently. Porque ya viene siendo hora.
Yo digo que empieces a decir las notificaciones. No, mejor no. Falta que te empieces por la repetición de YouTube. Por la repetición
sí, por la repetición de YouTube. Vamos a acabar de verlo.
Alex,
ya estamos aquí. Ya.
Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
Adiós. Euforia es un mod de Alex. No es un mod, no es oficial, banda.
Podría volverse oficial. Con Valve no se sabe.
Con Valve no se sabe.
Podrían
sí,
hacerlo oficial, sí.
Pero no lo es todavía.
A menos de que lo digan ahorita.
Ajá, pero...
Sí, porque Valve sí hace es básicamente el anti-Nintendo. Así como, ustedes están haciendo un mod acá bien chingón de tantas horas de mi juego que acabo de sacar. ¿Por qué no cobran por él y lo hacemos oficial?
Sí, así es. Y nos repartimos aquí la lana. Sí. Se le dobló la pierna feo ese güey.
Supongo que también te pasaría si te disparan con una shotgun, ¿no?
Sí. I guess.
O sea, no sé si los actores de voz
sean los mismos.
Siento que está más frenético que el base.
Sí.
No sé si eso pueda...
el problema que tiene es que el base lo que tenía se sentía muy old school en el sentido que había arenas en donde claramente ibas a pelear. Hay mucho movimiento en el desmadre. Casi no había secciones así.
El problema de eso es que pues es VR.
Sí.
No,
sí veo a alguien acá chicatando Oaxaca, Entonces,
así, no, pues pancito con queso para nada, marea.
Me haría mucho verlo así, ya que estás ahí no es tanto.
No, porque es tu cabeza la
especialmente con Alex. Pero sí, could be a little bit intense.
Sí, pero ahorita sí está así como que, uy, espérame tantito, güey.
fucked.
Ow! Stop it.
Ah, en el baño.
Luego hay balas en el baño, sí.
Oh, nice.
Casi cae.
Yeah, this game is fucking good. Pinche Alex es muy bueno.
La única reseña VR que ha sido grande. Se nota que es demo, ya debe haber muerto de tantos madrazos.
Sí.
3 cells left. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Chingón, supongo.
Yeah.
Well, folks, this is the end. We've learned a lot today about ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way, there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last 2 hours, we saw games from developers all over the world, and we wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show. All the developers who shared their work with us, and of course, all of the partners for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
Indeed, remember to tip your servers, install your firmware updates, and tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course,
nadie sabe, hermano.
Nadie sabe, hermano. Estamos todos igual. I thought you'd know.
Yo no trabajo para una revista que se llama PC Games.
Bye.
No me pude ganar la PC, banda. No vivo en Estados Unidos.
No. Ok, voy a decirlo tal cual. Este es el mejor PC gaming show que hemos visto.
Yeah.
Sí, I guess, yes.
Go to the start. Make sure you're staying hydrated.
Le bajamos. Muy bien, pues bueno, banda, muchísimas gracias por habernos acompañado en esta transmisión de PC Gaming Show. Estuvo bien, hubo varios juegos que ya están en la wishlist.
Bien.
Entonces, yeah, con esto vamos a terminar yo creo que la repetición aquí en YouTube, así que nos veremos después. Creo que todavía queda una conferencia más o una presentación más que la de Capcom, que es hasta mañana. Entonces, yeah. Muchísimas gracias por vernos y nos veremos en otra ocasión. Bye.
Bye.